Good morning, and welcome to the Rock and Roll Real Estate Hour, starring Gary Rossignol of Berkshire Hathaway Professional Realty. To be part of the program, dial 513-749-1480 to get answers to all your questions about your home and property. The number again, 513-749-1480. And now, here's Gary.
Hey, good morning, Cincinnati. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so glad you're tuning in this morning. You know, I woke up this morning, I thought, this is going to be a fantastic day. It's going to be a great day because you're listening. I'm here. I've got a dear friend of mine, Jo Potvin. She is the owner of Design to Market. That's your company.
Yes, it is.
Your very own company.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
So we invite you to just sit back and relax, enjoy our discussions. We're going to bring you some musical thoughts, and maybe you'll learn something about your home, your neighborhood, and your community.
Great.
But before then, I just want to let you know that later on in the show, we're going to have a short visit with Ria Davidson. She's one of the co-founders of the Dragonfly Foundation. She'll be calling in. We're going to bring us all up to date with what's going on at the landing with them. And also, if you have a question for me or my stager friend, call us at 513-749-1480. Anytime during the show. That's 749-1480. We'll answer your questions about home staging, about market values, selling your house, buying a house, food. I'm good on food. Music. Hey, there you go. Anything. We'll give you an answer. May not be the right answer, but we will give you an answer. And if you would like to put your trivia hats on now, because I have a question for you. This could win you a $25 gift certificate to the Brew River Gastropub. Ever been there?
No, I haven't.
Oh, it's a great restaurant. Oh, you'll love this restaurant. So the second caller that can answer this question, name for me one of the 5 groups that Rod Stewart played with before he went on his solo career. It was 5. 3 of them were a little obsolete. 1 of them we all know. 2 of them we know of. And, of course, then he went on a solo career. But this is back in the 80s. Name one of the 5 groups that he played with before he went on a solo career. If you do that, you will win a $25 gift certificate to the Brew River Gastropub. How about that? Next, I always like to take a moment and express my gratitude to all the active members and all the veterans of the various departments of our foreign war, of our armed forces. You know, we don't give them enough credit. If you're out and about in the shopping center or restaurant and you see somebody in uniform, give them the thank you sign. Shake their hand, give them a hug. Don't shake, give them a hug. They deserve a hug. Let them know we know them, we love them, we care for them, and that we appreciate everything that they do. You know, they give up their homes and their families and their careers. Some of them give up their lives so we can enjoy the freedoms that we have. We need to make sure that we thank them enough. Next, if you're thinking about buying a house, call a realtor. If you're thinking about selling a house, call a realtor. And I'll tell you why. We have the most up-to-date, to the moment, details and data on the property that you're thinking about selling, your neighborhood, the house that's sold down the street. We know exactly what it sold for, how long it was on the market. We can give you all that data. If you're buying a house, we can give you the data on what the houses like that have sold around it, so you don't overspend when you buy a house. That's one reason why to use a realtor. Don't trust Zillow. Zillow is not a really, I just don't want to go there. Another reason to use a realtor. We owe you a fiduciary responsibility. When you work with a realtor, their responsibility is to you. That means you have an expert who is looking out for your best interest, an expert who is contractually bound to everything in their power to protect you. That's big. That's huge. The value of that commitment cannot be overstated. For more than 100 years, realtors have subscribed to the NAR's, that's National Association of Realtors, strict code of ethics as a condition of membership. And realtors have the expertise and experience to help sellers protect their investment and buyers to build theirs. That's worth. And you know what? We really will put money in your pocket. If you don't believe me, call me this week. My phone number is 513-777-2402. So if you're thinking about selling your house, if you want to be a for sale by owner for a while, that's okay. Call me. You know what? I have a for sale by owner help kit. I'll help you sell it yourself. But I will give you some information that will help you over the hump so you're not going to get yourself in trouble. Disclosures, contracts, I'll give you some advice. I'll give you a little bit of free advice. That way, when you need me, you call on me. If you're buying, call me. My website is PricelineHomes.com. There you can download my amazing 39-step system to get your home sold fast for top dollar. And folks, I helped 31 folks last year do that, and they are all very satisfied clients. So enough of that. I want to turn my attention to my guest of honor this morning. I've been trying to get you on the show for, 2 months now?
Yes.
We met about 4 months ago.
Yeah, exactly.
I was so impressed with you. I went, wow, you got to be on my show. You says, I would like to do that. So here we are, finally.
Yes. Thank you.
So, you are a Cincinnati native?
I am.
Really?
I am. Yes, I grew up in Cincinnati.
What part?
In Wyoming.
Okay.
Yes, and actually went away to college in Canada. Came right back to Wyoming after a couple of years beyond college and raised my family in Wyoming. So my husband, Claude, and I live in Wyoming, and we have 2 kids in college. So
all right. Shout out to them.
Yes, Gabby and Max.
There you go.
There you
All right,
go.
Cool. So, do they help you?
They do, and in different ways. Now they're both away at school, but when they're home and when they were in high school, because I started the business in 2004, so it's been a while. My son helped me. He was with the movers one summer, and he also works in the warehouse and helps out.
There you go.
And my daughter helps with the accounting. She can help me with QuickBooks and some of those kinds of things, and a little bit with working with inventory as well.
Is she getting into accounting? Is that what she's
They're
studying?
both studying engineering, so they are
okay.
not going down the design path.
Okay.
So,
You know, my youngest daughter just took her last CPA license or test and passed.
oh, wonderful.
So she is now a CPA.
Oh, that's
I
impressive.
know, it is. It's
Yeah.
cool. It's cool. So, how'd you come up with the name Design to Market?
Well, the interior design has a lot of facets to it, and one is helping people be happy in the homes they live in, but we're using the design principles to help people market their homes. And so that was the purpose and the naming of our business.
Why should a homeowner invest in home staging?
Well, it ties in with what you were saying about putting money in your pocket. An effective home stager will help a home seller and a realtor maximize the time and money investment in staging to then translate into the largest dollar return when they go to sell their home. So by spending smart money, you can maximize the kind of money that you get in return for that spend.
Isn't it just kind of a phase, a fad?
Believe it or not, this science discipline started over 30 years ago.
Really?
On the coasts, East and West Coast.
Well, of course.
I know.
It took a while to get to Cincinnati, didn't it?
It did. And like many things in Cincinnati, we let some other people try the bleeding edge, and then we perfected and implemented in our city. So in 2004, we were able to, with researching through other cities with established staging organizations, I brought the principle and the concept to Cincinnati by starting Design to Market. And at that stage, there was just ourselves and one other business in the industry. And since then, it's really become established through things like HGTV. And I think, too, the challenging real estate market we were in the past years.
Right.
People were looking for other strategies.
Needed every edge you could get.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But no, staging has been here for years and years. And realtors have, even before professional stagers existed, realtors have assisted their home sellers in knowing that they need to do the right thing.
Well, now when we have you high and the house doesn't sell, we can say, well, it's not my fault, it's Jo's fault.
Well,
She's the stager.
There you go. Well, the buyer's expectations are so enhanced now.
They are.
So it's hard to not bring, like so many industries, a specialist can come in and really deliver what is expected by the consumer market. So that's where the professional stager has such a significant impact in today's market.
Great. We need to go away for our first break. Told you it goes fast.
I know.
We got all the questions in, though. We need to go away for our first break. When we come back, we're going to talk about more stuff about staging. If you want to call us, 513-749-1480, please jump on board. We'll answer your questions. You're listening to the Rock and Roll Real Estate Hour on 1480 WDJO Cincinnati.
At Design to Market Home Staging, we handle every detail to prepare your home for the real estate market. We do what it takes to give you that competitive advantage when selling your home, from consultation, decluttering, redesign, renovations, and furniture. We specialize by working with contractors from our staging consultation to ensure your home is fresh and up to date. Call Design to Market before listing your home at 513-265-0952. Details and more at designtomarket.com.
Let's rock the house.
Hey, we're rocking the house this morning, ladies and gentlemen. You're listening to the Rock and Roll Real Estate Hour on 1480 WDJO Cincinnati. My name is Gary Rossignol, and I'm with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Professional Realty. I don't think I've said that yet. Got to give them some credit. I don't know why, but yeah, no. That's where I hold my license. I am a licensed realtor, been doing this for 28 years, got licensed in 1986, so I'm an old one, but I stay up with the times. Not too many realtors have their own radio show.
That's true.
And you can listen to this show on iTunes. Go to iTunes, the Rock and Roll Real Estate Hour. They're all the podcasts are on there. You can catch it on video. We're videotaping also, and you can catch that on my YouTube channel. It'll be on Facebook in a few days. So anyhow, I got Jo Potvin. She owns Design to Market, and you are a staging company. Now, I met you through some other realtors. How do clients find out about you? Probably a lot of realtors know you.
Yes. A large part of our business is realtor referral, where a realtor goes in and knows that there's an opportunity to help their client, again, maximize the sale dollar, and they will call us or ask their client to. The other way is that we do have a presence on the web. Our web address is designtomarket.com, and some home sellers in the stages of researching how they're going to be prepared will find us on the web.
Cool.
So that's another.
Good. And I know sometimes you walk into a house and you go, oh my God, you need everything. Do you ever run into those?
You know, it's a matter of prioritizing and working in the context of what the seller can spend. So a lot of times there may be a lot of things to do, but if we can help the seller minimize the list of negatives, we can only improve the odds that they're going to get an offer.
Do you ever recommend granite countertops?
We do, but we're careful not to just...
Every buyer wants granite countertops.
You know, the granite countertop discussion, for one thing, granite prices have really come down. So the difference between laminate and granite is much smaller than we all thought before.
Okay.
But it's price point, it's neighborhood, it's competition. That is not the always solution to a situation with staging.
Gotcha. So what's the cost? What's the average cost for somebody to use your services?
Well, we have two kind of distinct parts to the service. One is it's an owner-occupied home. They're going to be living there when the home is on the market and maybe need some assistance. That is $195 for us to go in, do a consultation. We first walk through on our own like we're a prospective buyer. We look at everything from how will the listing photos look? How are the furnishings? Are the colors on the walls good? Do minor repair? Is it taken care of? We analyze that. We share with the homeowner our findings, and we do a detailed written report. The other piece are vacant homes or homes where maybe they don't have a lot of artwork and accessories. We don't charge to go in and do a quote on those homes, but then we do an analysis of what we think needs to go into the home to stage it and provide a quote.
Gotcha.
So there are kind of two different ways.
Gotcha. We do have a call, so you may want to put your headphones on.
Okay.
We have Amy on line one. Amy, good morning.
Hi.
Welcome to the Rock and Roll Real Estate Hour.
Hi.
Hi. Do you have a question for us?
No, No, it's not really a question. I get your promo, Gary, about who you're going to have on your show, and I was sitting here at my computer, and I looked up the website for, Design to Market. I'm sorry, wait a minute, let me get it here. Design to Market, and that website, I was wowed by the change from the vacant, just the decorating. Okay. I want it done at my house. And I still live here. Oh, my gosh. That's amazing.
So you just wanted to call and let us know how great her website is?
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
Well, I mean, it gave me some inspiration what to do. I mean, it's really good.
Very cool.
Thank you.
All right. Well, thanks.
You're welcome.
You don't have any question for us then, right, Amy?
No, I don't have any questions.
Okay.
I just wanted to say I was wowed by it.
Very cool.
And I'm not I'm not the web designer. I was just wowed by it.
Great. Well, thank you for calling. Appreciate that.
Oh, you are welcome.
All right.
Okay.
Bye-bye. Well, how about that? That was pretty cool.
Sure.
So your marketing talents are working.
There you go. There you go.
What do you consider your full services?
Well, our focus is whatever it takes to assist a home seller in figuring out the best way to prepare their home for the market. That can be an individual home seller. We work with a lot of investors. We work with builders, a whole gamut of people.
Oh, okay.
And so our role in the home selling process is to focus on what we can help do to put forth the best visual presentation and the best prepared home to help the realtor and whoever's selling the home sell the home.
Of course, the place where you make the biggest impact, I mean, for me would be a vacant house. Vacant houses are very tough to impress any buyer.
You're right. They're very important, but you would be amazed what removing some wallpaper and changing some light fixtures can do in an occupied home.
How about a new refrigerator?
Yeah, new appliances. Truthfully, today's buyer really can walk into a kitchen that can be pristine, but if a lot of times they're expecting to see stainless appliances.
Oh, yeah.
The good news is the price range on those, again, like granted, has really come down. So you can, even in a modestly priced home, really change the look and feel of a kitchen by making sure you have good current appliances.
And folks, I just want to say, you don't have to have stainless steel appliances to be in. We have black appliances now.
Yes.
We had an old refrigerator, and it had been running for like 20 years for us. It ran for 10 years for my mom, 30 years old.
Yeah.
It died day before yesterday.
No.
So we went to Wrecker & Berger. I want to give them a little plug. Great.
Yeah.
Amy was fantastic. Never pressured us. She answered all our questions. She took very good care of us. The delivery guys were fantastic. We got our new... and I went on Facebook. I asked a top freezer or lower freezer, side by side, which one do you prefer? And we got, the winner was the lower freezer, and we looked at them, and my wife says, I don't want a lower freezer. So we got a standard top freezer. We got LED lighting, though.
Very neat. Yes, very high tech.
It's very cool. It's got the things, you can set it up 100 different ways, and it's a great refrigerator. So
Great. Good.
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 But anyhow. Do you have like a menu of services for different levels that you can sit down with a client? Go through the process when you meet somebody. What do you start out doing and saying to them?
Well, in the case of an owner-occupied home, we start with that staging consultation that I had mentioned, and then we identify the list of items that we are recommending be addressed in the process of preparing the home. In some cases, the homeowner takes that list, runs with it, and implements it themselves. In others, we are asked to bring in painters to help with finding carpet selections and bringing in the carpet selection. In a sense, we act as project coordinators for clients who need us to do that. Then there are those situations where the home has been prepared. Maybe it's a new home, but like you said, it's vacant. And we may go in and identify which rooms we need to bring furniture in. We had a home last week that had beautiful furniture, but they had never really made an investment in artwork. So we went into a really nice home on the west side and hung artwork. And in most rooms in the house, they had a beautiful home, beautifully maintained and beautiful furniture, but we added artwork.
Naked walls.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And that's hard in the photographs. When you look at the buying patterns today, listing photos are critical to get yourself on the shopping list for prospective buyers, whether they're local or especially out-of-towners coming into Cincinnati. So half of our focus in any staging project is how will the pictures translate? And the other half is once you get them there, how do you obtain the offer? So it's a dual.
Two more quick questions. One is, you ever go in a house where they got all their families and, just the walls filled with all the family stuff and all the knickknacks around on the tables? And the second question is, how about the folks that say, we don't want to replace the carpet. What if we buy the wrong color?
Well, as a home stager,
I get that all the time.
Yeah, and that's
they don't want to spend the money.
Well, it's that, but it's also, in the past, people bought homes believing that they wanted the opportunity to make it their own. But today's buyers at any age, for the most part, don't want that. They want to move in, unpack their boxes, and be ready to live in their home. What we as stagers do, and our responsibility, is to stay on top of buying trends so that we know if we recommend that you paint a wall, we know the colors, that if 8 out of 10 people walk in a home, that 8 of them are going to say,
wow, this is
great, I'm ready to hang my artwork, I want to live here. You've got that risk of the outlier that may want something very different, but if you that's one reason a professional stager is so important, because they can help you make selections that offer broad appeal. On the family photo front, it is a fairly safe thing to say that your ability to minimize family photos does 2 things. One, it depersonalizes the home, which in the sales process is important. The other thing is it can help kind of declutter in a situation where you have too many things on your shelves or too many small pieces. So that is a dual purpose, and it's a great thing to take as kind of step 1.
Right. Gotcha. We need to go away for our second break. After these messages, we'll be back. You're listening to the Rock and Roll Real Estate Hour on 1480 WDJO Cincinnati.
Someone losing their
on Monday with cloudy skies, high 35 degrees. I'm meteorologist Courtney Spamer with your AccuWeather forecast on 1480 WDJO.
I have with me Jo Potvin. She is the owner of Design to Market, and you are a professional stager. Although you do the marketing side, you've got people that work for you.
Yeah, the way we're structured, I started the business in 2004. I have a background in marketing and almost 20 years in the corporate world. And I saw that this was an opportunity to kind of blend a marketing perspective and a design focus to help people sell their homes. So I started out, again, over 10 years ago now, and the lead designer that works with me, Lisa Malat, came on board.
Been with you all this time.
She has, yeah.
Did you ever think it was going to go this far?
Oh my gosh. We have staged over 6,500 homes around the city.
In 10 years?
We have. We've worked, and that's a combination of staging consultations, vacants, working in all different types of homes. But Lisa and I lead a team. We have other designers that work with us. We use Valley Moving and Storage out of Reading to do all of our moves. They're wonderful.
Okay.
So we work with them.
We'll give them a plug.
We have painters and contractors and other people that we refer to our clients. And they all do such a great job in helping our clients.
They could use their own painters and stuff, can't they?
Of course. Our focus is to say to a client, what's your timeline? How quickly do you want to make this happen? Do you have the team in place to help you do it, or do you need help from us? Also, a lot of realtors like to have their recommendations for painters they like. But we're there as a backdrop to say, we can help you get this done in a timely basis. The one thing about home staging that's different from when you buy your new home and want to make it yours is that the timeline is usually pretty short. Most people come to the decision to sell a house and then start looking at all the things they need to do with pressure on them to make it really look good really fast.
Right.
And that's what we try to help them do.
how about folks that just think, they watch too much TV? And I run into folks who are trying to sell their house for sale by owner. Are there any for stager by owners? They think that they know what they need to do, and they go, well, why do I need you?
Right. Well, a lot of people have really good instincts, and it's not wrong to do that. But one of the things that using a professional stager does for you in your sales process is to let an unbiased third party come through and really identify things that maybe you don't see anymore because you've lived in that home and you love it because it's yours. And our focus is not to evaluate how your home is set up for you to live in, but to look at it from the eyes of the buying public.
Yeah.
And things come up, for example, oak cabinets are not really popular right now. Other wood finishes are more popular. And maybe we need to identify a strategy by changing wall color that will downplay the oakiness of the cabinet.
Gotcha.
Or maybe we need to recommend you paint them. Sometimes basic repair, a common thing we see, and anyone out with their house on the market right now, go check the caulk in the bathtubs.
Oh.
The number of times that we see people where, it's moldy or, someone, it seems insignificant, but someone looking at a home sees the easy things to maintain not being maintained and thinks, oh no, what's going on behind the walls? Another ironic one is furniture that's not in good condition.
Oh, yeah.
Who would think? You would think that someone would look beyond that. But if you have scratched and damaged furniture, if you have too much furniture, people look at that and think, oh, this person hasn't taken care of things.
Yeah.
So so it's good to have that separate set of eyes
Right.
focused on those things.
And I'll tell you, I go through with buyers, and they'll turn their nose up and say, but it's the floor plan you want, it's in the location when it's priced right, and they just go, and they don't want to tell you the truth that the bathroom's nasty and their furniture's tore up and the carpeting is it's like. But I try and get them over that, say, but it's all just cosmetic, and that stuff's going to be moved. They don't buy into it, and then I have to go back to the office, and you know what? I have to give the listing agent my feedback report. Now, I don't like feedback.
Yeah, it's hard.
Because I have to lie.
Yeah.
Even if my buyer says, "Oh, I love this house," we'll pay the asking price. I can't go back and tell the listing agent that their house you staged it. It was perfect. It was great.
Yeah.
But my job is to get the buyer the best.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, feedback. Don't buy into all the feedback.
Yeah. Well, I can give you a prime example of that. We worked with a client a couple of years ago, and the most common feedback they got was no one liked the backyard or the size of the garage. Well, we went in and did staging. We got rid of some odd colors, some repair.
Backyard wasn't an issue.
And you know what? They had 4 showings. Nobody mentioned the backyard or the garage, and the 5th showing was a sold house.
There you go.
That was after a year on the market.
That's cool.
So I think sometimes people pick something they know you can't change because they don't want to hurt your feelings.
Yeah.
And so that feedback can be helpful, but it's only a starting point. I wouldn't necessarily internalize all of that.
I talk to expired listing people every day. I'm calling them as they go, and they say, well, I don't know. We didn't have a lot of showings, and I said, well, what's the feedback? Well, they just thought that they didn't like the corner lot, or the back patio was too small, and I don't know, and it probably.
Someone didn't fall in love with that house enough to overlook things that probably are minor issues.
You could probably take. What's your phone number? We haven't done that yet.
Oh yeah, 265-0952.
265-0952. That's area code 513.
That is.
And it's designtomarket.com.
Yes.
And Amy's a testimony that it's a great website.
Great.
It's a great website. When we come back, we're going to have a little visit with my dear friend Ria Davidson with the Dragonfly Foundation. You're listening to the Rock and Roll Real Estate Hour on 1480 WDJO Cincinnati.
She's a rocket, don't you bother, come on in.
At Design to Market Home Staging, we handle every detail to prepare your home for the real estate market. We do what it takes to give you that competitive advantage when selling your home, from consultation, decluttering, redesign, renovations, and furniture. We specialize by working with contractors from our staging consultation to ensure your home is fresh and up to date. Call Design to Market before listing your home at 513-265-0952. Details and more at designtomarket.com.
Get ready.
Over the years, many people have asked me how I can guarantee the sale of their home in 85 days or less, and how in the world can I work for free if I don't sell it in 85 days or less? The answer is simple. I'm so confident in my selling system that if I can't sell your home in 85 days or less, I'll work for free. That's right. No strings, no gimmicks. So contact me, Gary Rossignol, at Berkshire Hathaway Professional Realty today at 513-777-2402.
Get on. Let's rock the house.
My name is Gary Rossignol with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Professional Realty, and you are listening to the Rock and Roll Real Estate Hour. We're here every Saturday morning from 9 to 10 o'clock. I have with me Jo Potvin with Design the Market. She is a professional stager. And I have one real quick question before we bring Ria on. When you go visit your friends and family, do you ever cringe and you like, oh, God, what are they thinking when they put that wallpaper up in the living room?
No, the role of a stager, it's like retail merchandising applied in the real estate market. We're never evaluating how people live in their homes, and I wouldn't want anybody evaluating how I live in my home. But the point of what we do is to go in and, like I've stated many times, create broad appeal. So no, I'm not evaluating anyone's home unless they're selling it.
Okay, great. So. Well, we have somebody that has a beautiful home up in the Landon area. It's called the Landing, and it's a wonderful place for the kids, the children, the families, the dear folks who have cancer and blood disease. They have a place to go and have fun. And Ria and Christine, they put smiles on their faces every time, don't you, Ria?
We do, and that's really the goal of what we try to do every day is bring comfort and joy to kids and young adults enduring cancer and bone marrow transplants.
And it's so apparent when I did you get to see any of the video from the Christmas show?
I did. It's incredible.
Is that priceless or what?
It really is, and just to have those families, again, who were unprepared, they knew they were coming to a radio station, obviously, but we didn't say anything about, here are the questions that you might be asked, or this is what you should say, and all of those were just really candid, and it's just so heartwarming. It really makes us feel so good.
Yeah, it was a special day. So what's going on at the Landing with you getting through all this cold weather, and you got to sneak them in and out or something with all bundled up?
Yeah, definitely. They're coming in and playing, and we try to keep it as clean as possible because, of course, our kids are, as I said, immune compromised, and we're looking at where do we go from here, and we're starting a capital campaign to build a permanent location. So we're really excited about that. We've got a big announcement coming at our gala, so we're very happy and hope that people will respond to our message, and we think we have something exciting to tell people.
We're gearing up for for the big benefit, which will be on Valentine's Day.
Absolutely, and we've got BlueStone Ivory coming, which I'm so excited about.
We are excited about playing here, absolutely, you bet. But
and it's at the Savannah Center this year.
Be in Westchester?
Yep, at the Savannah Center.
There you go. So probably, about 400 or 500 people will be there this year, won't there?
Yeah, we should hit about 450, I think, hopefully. So, yeah, hopefully. And this year we've got some really exciting plans, and, we like to throw a party, so hopefully that people will not only come to have a great time, but come to learn more about how we do what we do to make kids smile and to support families who are going through a mortal illness. We need all the help we can get.
What's one thing that the folks in the listening audience could do to assist you with your goals this week?
This week, send us gift cards and DVDs. Also, that's two things.
DVDs. What kind of DVDs you need?
New release DVDs, especially, or TV series, would be wonderful. Again, these have to be new, so in the wrapping because they're sick. So, DVDs are huge right now that we need for the hospital specifically. They
they call to request that from us.
I'm sure that some folks got some double DVDs of movies that they probably won't even watch, and they're still in the bubble wrap. And if you got something like that, call me. I'll get it from me. I'll get it to the Dragonfly Foundation for you.
And Gary, we so appreciate all the help you continue to give us. We just love you.
We can't do enough, Ria. You guys are just too special, and we've seen you from the very beginning, and we're going to see it
from the very beginning.
We're going to see it through to the finish, and it'll never end. It's going to go on and on, and we're going to go on forever too. Yeah.
Well, and we do hope that there's a cure, but even if there's a cure tomorrow, it won't be for every cancer, and our kids will still have their emotional recovery of going through, all the treatment and things that they have to deal with.
So your website is
dragonfly.org.
There you go. And if they want to call you on the phone, is there a phone number?
Yes, 513-494-6474.
All right. So we will put a big ask question for how we can get some DVDs and gift cards of any type, any denomination.
$5 and up.
There you go. You got it.
Yeah.
All right, great. Thank you, Ria. God bless you.
Thank you, Gary. God bless you.
We'll talk to you later.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
That was Ria Davidson. They really do some special stuff. So if you want to help them out, you can right now. You can get your smartphone out. You can dial 80100 and text the word JOY, J-O-Y. That'll put $5 into their account. Or if you want to go $10, text TDF to 80100. That'll put $10 in their account. That'll just go on your phone bill. Just that simple. Next week, I believe I'm going to have some members of the Cincinnati Area Board of Realtors. It's going to be Realtors with a Heart Committee. I'm a member on that committee.
Me too.
Are you?
Yes.
Really?
New member. Yep.
You weren't there.
I know. I just got joined.
Well, then you have to come back next week.
I will.
And the goal is to try and get AEDs placed.
Yeah.
I mean, and also let people know, it's okay to step in and help somebody who's falling and needs resuscitation.
Yeah.
If you know what to do, jump. Don't worry about liability. If you're going to save a life, who cares? They're not going to sue you. And if they do, we have a Good Samaritan law. Yeah. You can't be sued if you're helping and you're outside of a hospital or a doctor's office.
Right.
In Ohio, that's the God honest truth.
Right.
People stand around and go, I don't want to get involved. Well, come on, we're talking about saving somebody. You can help. You can make a difference.
Yes.
Somebody at Washington Park, there was a portable AED. Somebody had it. He ran and got it and saved a guy's life.
Oh, my goodness.
That was at the Luminosity.
Oh, sure.
Wow. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. So, coming up next is Tony Bender and Dane Donovan. They have the Car Tech Show. If you have a question about your car servicing or whatever, I would tune in because they have some answers. To wrap things up today, you might remember this one. I don't know. This one's been around for a while, but it's been around and around and around. It's called Little Bitty Pretty One. You ever heard that song?
I don't know.
It's a rock and roll song. It was written by Bobby Day and popularized by Thurston Harris in 1957. Frankie Lyman re-recorded it, and he performed on Dick Clark's American Bandstand in 1960. Coming up next is going to be BlueStone Ivory's You Say I Got One More Minute? Okay. Okay. So, I can give out my phone number and your phone number again. My phone number is 513-777-2402. Call me anytime this week. I'll be happy to answer a question about listing your house, buying a house, and if I'm going to come out and list your house, I'm going to recommend that you call Jo Potvin to stage it because every house needs staging, don't they?
It really, no matter how well prepared your home is, you can always fine-tune and make something just a little bit better by making sure that you have a stager look at your home.
Okay, so your phone number one more time, Jo.
513-265-0952.
There you go. Now here's BlueStone Ivory's live version of Little Bitty Pretty One.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Your favorite celebs are challenging news. Your favorite celeb.
Little bitty pretty one, I didn't want you to go. Whoa, whoa, let me sing. Whoa, hey, whoa.
Today.
Hey,
this is ABC News today. This is ABC News.
Come on, talk to me. Let me, one. Come on, sit at my knee. Yeah. Bring it up. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey. Whoa, 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 hey. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Little bitty pretty one, come on, talk to me. Let me, come on, sit at my knee. Wow, that's some cushion. Little bitty pretty.
Wow, thank you for tuning in to the Rock and Roll Real Estate Hour, starring yours truly, Gary Rossignol. For all your real estate needs, you can reach me at 513-777-2402 or go to my website, which is rockandrollrealestateagent.com. I'd like to thank my regular major sponsors for making this show possible: Bettina Niehaus and Art Weber of Wooden Lamping, the musical insurance guy, Gary Rasmussen of Farmers Insurance, Bob Pape with Interlink Mortgage Services, Mike McCormick, the Cincy Tax Coach, Lou Amsoff of Title Stream, Russell Kling with West Banco, Pete McCrary, the Junk King, and Ed Hensley of First Financial Bank. I would also like to thank Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Professional Realty, my broker Dave Massari, and Bob Daniel, my manager. A special thank you to WDJO 1480 Cincinnati, Jerry Welch, Station Manager Gary Stevens, and my producer Kevin Kinney. A real big thank you to all my clients, friends, family, and fans of BlueStone Ivory, and especially my wife, Mary Jo. Until next week, keep on knocking on my rockin' houses. So long for now.
The preceding program was a paid program. Its views and opinions expressed are not necessarily those of this station or its management.
From the